We're speaking with President Christina Royal of Holyoke Community College. The president created a series called Women's Conferences where women are invited to give presentations, including the president. Um, Thank you for being with us, President Royal. Why did you come up with this space, this topic, in the first place? I think it's been going on for a couple of years at least.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Natalia. This was an idea that actually started when I was talking with Kathy Anderson when she was in the Holyoke Chamber of Commerce role, leading that organization. And I was talking about some experiences that I had in other parts of the country where there was a great focus on helping to cultivate the knowledge of women leaders in a local community and to be able to help share that, spread that wealth among other women leaders and aspiring leaders in a local community. And so we partnered together and launched a women's leadership luncheon series, which we held at the HCC MGM Culinary Arts Institute in downtown Holyoke. And this was a wonderful opportunity to bring a few different leaders to come and speak in smaller groups with women leaders and aspiring leaders who really wanted an opportunity to learn from the very best in our community. And to me, we can certainly invest, and we do invest in professional development that takes people maybe to a conference somewhere out of the region. It's always great to bring ideas in from other areas. And it's really important that we're cultivating the own talent in our region. And so to me, this is an opportunity to not only provide professional development to women leaders in our community, but it's also an opportunity for women leaders in our community to be able to share and give back to the communities in which they lead.
You're part of the series yourself. You are giving a presentation. Can you give us a curtain raiser? Can you tell us a little bit about what you're going to talk about?
Sure. I think the name of my session is Growth Mindset, and a lot of it is really about deepening the knowledge of yourself to strengthen your ability to lead. Feels like almost overnight the world has shifted in such a way, and we can't expect to move forward as a world, as a nation, as a state, as a community, without thinking about what it also means for other ways that we have to shift. And part of that is thinking about how we have to lead differently in what will eventually become a post-pandemic type of environment. And I think the old model of professional development was about changing to fit sort of an outside expectation and external circumstances in which you step into. For example, for women, especially those stepping into roles that haven't previously been held by a woman, it might mean learning to lead from a top-down hierarchical structure of sorts, for example, but perhaps that female leader has more of a collaborative style of leadership. So the focus of my session is going to focus on what I consider to be an emerging type of professional development, which is really internal growth. How do you deepen your knowledge of self to strengthen your ability to lead others, especially when the paradigms around you are changing? And women know, who have been leading for a long time, have recognized ways that we have had to fit the mold of others to be able to step into these roles. And that relates sometimes to the bigger stuff related to models and styles of leadership, to maybe even the basics, which is suits being designed differently for women versus men, and how that translates into the day-to-day experience of leading. So I really want to help bring together a group of women to talk through some of the changing elements of what this means for them in leading in a new environment, because we can't just feel like the pandemic is going to go away and suddenly things are going to go back to the way it was. And so we as leaders have to also be thinking about how we're also adapting and changing